everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and this is a speed through version of the Art Joy of Sharing live stream channel live pick a stick challenge that we did on 8/16/2018. So there are 10 sticks to pick, and Peg picked 5 of them and I picked 5, and then we went through and alternated back and forth as to what steps we were going to do at what time. So as you can see, there is a certain way that we do this. Our sticks are color coded and they each have a one-word prompt on them. And then in order to keep all the different categories straight, we pick a certain number of sticks from each color. So I'm picking, she's picking, I'm picking, she's picking, and we are picking the colors first, which turn out to be orange and apricot, which are pretty close to each other. And then the other ones we put in a little cup so that we could pick throughout the show. So that's how we got our prompts. The first prompt was card, and I chose to use a plastic card to apply gesso to my page in a scratchy way. And then I also had given myself the additional challenge of using 3 products that I don't normally use, that I haven't used for a long time, and that was gelatos, charcoal, and magicals. And here I am using the gelatos to do my background, picking an orange color, which is tangerine, and a apricot color, which, gosh, I can't remember what it was called, but I will link all the products in the description box below. And then I picked a complementary color, which was like a sky blue, because blue and orange are complementary with each other on the color wheel. Then I came back in with the plastic card and used the sides of it to make some mark making, and used scrape some more gesso on there to just you know, kind of, I don't know, unify the background. So then step 2 was dip, and my choice for dip was to use my dip pen and dip it in some India ink to draw some flowers on my page. The way the prompts work, you can do whatever it sounds good to you, and Peg's choice was to dip mark making tools into acrylic paint and make marks on her page. So I'm sure she'll have a speed through over on her channel too, and you can go and watch her version, or you can watch the Art Joy of Sharing live stream channel and watch the full-length version in real time and listen to us make jokes and talk and have fun while doing it. It's your choice. And I will link the live stream show in the iCard at the end of this video, and also in the description box below if you would like to go over there, watch it live, subscribe to the live streams, which we have every Thursday. So I'm just drawing random whimsical flowers. I got a few blotches. I'm not very good with the dip pen. The background was scratchy, so I was having a little bit of trouble with it, but it turned out okay. It was just some random flowers I was drawing, just randomly. Step 3 was napkin, and so I grabbed a couple napkins that had flowers on them since I'd already drawn flowers on my background. I think I jumped the gun on my focal image there. I should have put some more random marks and not drawn flowers with the dip pen, but whatever. This is how it goes. You get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit. The stick says dip, I picked a dip pin and I drew with a dip pin. That's how it works. So napkin, I mean, you could draw a little piggy with a napkin around his neck. You could, I don't know, napkin's not a very versatile one, but both of us went with the actual napkins. Printed napkins are great for collage, so I picked a couple different ones. One had flowers on it and another one had this cute little bird. And then I picked some different leaves and I collaged these onto my page with Liquitex Matte Fluid Medium. Step 4 was plastic, and that one could have gone so many ways, but the way that I chose to use it was to use a stencil that I had cut a long time ago out of a piece of plastic divider material. And I picked this one because it had leaves on it, and I just wanted to fill in a few more places on my page with some more leaves. I when I was putting the matte medium on my page, the dip ink wasn't quite dry because I didn't dry it with the heat tool, and I smeared some of it. So I just wanted to put some more leaves on there to kind of cover some of my smeary areas. I was having a hot mess problem. But that worked fine. I also thought about putting, and I was planning on putting some plastic sequins in the centers of the flowers at the end, but I forgot. But you could use, that could be where you could use the plastic card. You could use some acetate as a layover. You could put plastic buttons on there. I mean, plastic is such a versatile one. You could use plastic wrap and make that crinkly effect by using it with acrylic paint or inks. There's so many things to do with plastic. So then, as I told you before, I had chosen a few products that I wanted to just add an additional challenge for myself of using some products that I don't normally use. And this is the Magicals. This is a Lindy Stamp Gang product that is a powder. It's a pigment powder, and it has a lot of mica in it, so it's sparkly. So I was just using some of it to color in and add a little bit of color to those flowers in the background. I ended up not really liking it very much. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like these colors. But I had picked Red Hot Poker Orange, which is actually more of a brown than an orange. And then I tried to lighten it up with some creamsicle, but yeah, anyway, we just decided to move on. The next step was our shape from the pick, which was Pentagon. Sometimes that's a fish or a cat or something. Sometimes it's an actual shape. And a pentagon is a 5-sided thing. And someone in the audience, and I can't remember who, suggested that I could make a birdhouse, which out of a pentagon, because I'm like, where am I going to put a pentagon in here? And they suggested I could put a birdhouse since I had my little bird. And I thought, oh, that is an awesome idea. So thank you, whoever suggested that. And so I grabbed some of these gel printed papers that I did using the baby powder technique that I was teaching the other day on the channel, and made a birdhouse. And this made such a difference on my page. This was like, I was not happy with this page at all. I was thinking it was just a big mess. And when I put the birdhouse on there, it gave cohesion to the page, and it started to make sense at this point. This is like in the summer garden where the flowers are blooming with the bird who lives in this birdhouse, and that makes a lot more sense. So yeah. The final step was grate. Not great as in G-R-E-A-T, yay, you're great, but great as in G-R-A-T-E, as in great something. And so I got out some, what are these called? Wow, you know what they are, ink tins blocks. And I was going to grate it with my sanding thing, you know, for nails, emery board thing, but it didn't really come out as powder very well. So I just used the side of my scissors and grated off some powder and let that sprinkle onto my page, and then brushed it off where I didn't want it, and then wet it down, and it gave me a splatter effect in the background, which I enjoyed. Then my third product that I had challenged myself to use on this page was charcoal. That stuff is such a mess. But this is actual charcoal. It's burnt sticks, basically. So I used it to add some shadow and depth to my flowers and everything, and blended it with my finger. And then to add highlights, I just put a little bit of the ink out of my white PASC pen onto my paper and picked it up with a water tank brush and added highlights around here and there. And then I also fixed up my bird and made him stand out from the background more by doing that same technique with different colors of PASC pens. I used a yellow and a blue. So yeah, this was fun. It's, you know, you got to think live like that. You really got to think on your feet. No time to you know, edit anything later. This was live, so it was, you know, it's kind of crazy, but it's fun. I hope you've enjoyed this speed through video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Share it if you want to, if you know someone who likes birdhouses and flowers and birds. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already and turn on your notification bells. That's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.